Resistance is futile when you're crafting awesome hive minds. Hive minds are a fascinating concept that strike fear into the heart of any hero. And also me, I think they're terrifying. But writing them takes serious thought. I'm Janet from World Anvil, a professional world-building consultant, published author, and game writer. And in this video, I'm sharing tips for crafting interesting hive minds that make sense in your world. So how exactly do you define a hive mind? Basically, it's a collective consciousness where individual members share a unified intelligence or awareness. Think single mind, many bodies, all acting in coordination. And there's a ton of examples in both sci-fi and fantasy. The Illithids and cranium rats from Dungeons & Dragons, the Borg from Star Trek, mimics from The Edge of Tomorrow, or the Geth from Mass Effect. I'm sure I've missed a bunch of other classic examples, so drop your favourite in the comments. So why are collective intelligences so popular in world building? Well, a good hive mind can add a sense of strangeness or cosmic horror. Hive minds often feel unsettling. Members lack the individuality we consider fundamental to life, so it's hard for us to understand them, which can make them terrifying, but also fascinating. Hive minds are also an overwhelming enemy, because they act as a coordinated whole in total harmony. Think of the hive-minded formics or buggers from Ender's Game. Yes, that's literally what he calls them. I didn't make that up. Hive minds also commonly use the old take them down with one strike plot, like in Independence Day. If you can hit a central control point, your underdog heroes will defeat the entire force all at once, which makes for some epic storytelling and adds to their popularity. But here's the catch. Writing a good hive mind is hard. That's partly because humans are profoundly individualistic, so we struggle to think like a collective. And that makes intelligent hive minds difficult to imagine without assigning them very human attributes, like pride and ego. It's also hard to find a unique voice for a hive mind, and they often end up sounding like a human character, just using we and us pronouns. Also, there are so many cliches, which can easily make a hive mind feel derivative and boring. From their seeming invincibility to the idea that a vastly superior intelligence would immediately eliminate or conquer, rather than just ignoring less advanced civilizations, cliches can make your hive mind feel dull. And when you think about it, the take them down with one strike logic often doesn't add up for most hive minds. A distributed intelligence would root around the missing piece, because that's the whole point of having a hive mind. Hive minds often suffer from these predictable flaws, or even worse, they have none at all. So how can you write a hive mind that feels fresh and interesting? Start by considering their system. Hive mind behaviours are defined by the way they're organised. Whether every drone is equal, they work in cells, or there's a strict hierarchy, you'll set your hive mind apart from others and set up its internal logic with this step. Also, consider if every unit is the same or there are specialised units that perform different functions. Use the species template on World Anvil to help you think through how your hive mind species would actually work, and the physical differences between different unit types if you have them. Consider their motivations. Are they malicious or just foreign? The hive mind's motivation might not be hostile at all. Its logic or needs just happen to conflict with human goals. Exploring this kind of motivation can make your hive mind more interesting, and any conflicts feel more nuanced too. And does your hive mind cooperate with others? If your hive mind is intelligent, it may seek to form alliances rather than just destroying everything in its path. This can lead to some fascinating and challenging diplomatic missions for your characters. And use diplomacy webs to map out diplomatic relationships between your hive mind and all the other factions in your setting. They'll help you remember at a glance who's friends with whom. And of course, remember to give your hive mind limitations. If your hive mind is perfect, you're gonna have a bad time. They'll be seriously overpowered in your world building. Maybe they make decisions more slowly due to processing so much information, or because they're stretched out over a huge distance. And what's the cost of all that computing power? How do they fuel it? Check out my video on the triangle of power for more information about balancing your world building through cost and limitations. It will really help you build your hive minds. Be sure to hit the like button if you like this video and subscribe for more world building tips and advice. And ring the bell so you never miss a video. Now it's time to create some hive minds. So grab your hammer and, all together now, go world build.